This is Matt Cooking.
And today we're going to be teaching you how to make Hispanic-inspired chocolate cake. So right now we are actually going to get out our whipping cream so we can make our chocolate frosting first. We're going to use 1 cup of whipping cream. We're going to put it to boil over here. We're going to start off with milk chocolate and semi-sweet chocolate chips, and we're going to pour 1 cup of each just to make sure that we have the right amount. We're going to pour it into the big bowl.
And then we're going to take this over a double boiler that we have here, and all it is a pot of boiling water, and we put it on top, and we're going to melt that with our heavy whipping cream. And we're just going to pour it slowly, which is really going to melt the chocolate nice and good.
And now we're going to add our Mexican chocolate that we got into our mixture and let that melt.
And what that does is level out the sweetness. So we're adding Hispanic dark chocolate in it to not overpower the frosting.
So now we're going to cut the butter, and this way we get to add more surface area to our frosting. And that'll allow us more time to boil, and also it'll add a nice luster to our frosting.
If you're lost and feeling like you're alone, I'll be the one to guide you home. You'll never have far to go.
Now that we've actually let this boil for a little while, we're going to cool it in room temperature for 2 hours.
And what we're going to do now is our wet ingredients, and that involves 2 cups of sour cream. And what our sour cream is going to do here is it's going to be our alkalining agent, and what that's going to do is when we combine it with an acid such as baking soda, it creates carbon dioxide bubbles throughout the cake, leaving the cake nice and moist. So now we're going to be pouring our wet ingredients over a double boiler, like what you did with our frosting. And now we're going to be adding in
Our Mexican chocolate.
Hispanic chocolate that we imported from the Mexicans.
Puerto Rico.
Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add in our butter as well with our sour cream mixture. So I'm cutting the butter to add more surface area so that it melts evenly throughout.
Into this beautiful big bowl is going to be our cake batter bowl.
Pouring in 1.5 cups of sugar, and we're going to add that to our dry mixture over here with our 2 cups of flour. And what this does is create a nice gluten in the cake. Okay, so now we're adding in our 1 tablespoon of baking powder and then 1 tablespoon of baking soda. Now this is what's going to help it create our reaction, forming carbon dioxide bubbles throughout the cake, leaving it nice and fluffy. Mixing in with our wet. Now we're going to add in our eggs to our wet ingredients before we combine everything. And what eggs does is help bind everything together. So we're adding in about 4 to 5 eggs depending on how big your eggs are.
Now we're going to be mixing our wet solution into our dry mixture, creating a heterogeneous solution.
As you combine both solutions, you can tell in the batter mixture how we are starting to form carbon dioxide bubbles And this is because we added in an alkalining agent such as sour cream and mixed it with an acid, in this case being baking soda, and now is forming carbon dioxide bubbles, leaving it air pockets in throughout the batter. Now we're going to add in our cake batter, and we're going to bake this at 350 for about 30 to 35 minutes. And you want to go ahead and check on it ever so often. Look how beautiful that looks.
What you want to do is you want to preheat the oven to 360 degrees. And we're just going to let these little babies sit in here.
Now I believe our beautiful chocolate cakes are finished.
Do you smell the goodness?
Smell it. 1 and 2.
Look how beautiful it looks.
So undisturbed.
We cut this cake in half to show how our reaction in creating our sour cream, mixing with our acid and baking soda, and created all these bubbles, which were the carbon dioxide bubbles, which were released inside the heat. We just smack it.
Shape it like a sandcastle.
The icing we just got out of the refrigerator.
And you can tell how much it's solidified and how thick our frosting is by just simply changing temperature. Okay, I think we're good.
It's okay.
It's okay. We still got it. Combined. Bam. Just gonna hold it, tenderize it a little, you know?
Surgery complete.
We just made a 2-layer chocolate cake.
I don't know why I'm so nervous. It's the camera that makes me shy.
I can help.
Pot talking fillets with the truffle butter, fresh sheets and towels, man, she gotta love it.
But it gotta eat the booty like groceries. But it
How about the motherfucker Porsche? I don't want it if that air don't sit like a horse. I be